Ooh, it's a chilly early morning here at Loose Caboose Produce. And the chickens like their November watermelons as well.
Morning. Today we're going to talk about our chicken coop. We get high winds here in our little area of North Texas. So when I built all these structures, I used 4x4s on all the corners and I cemented them into the ground. So all of the structures are cemented into the ground. This is our tool shed right here. Little garden shed. So it's got 4 corners cemented into the ground, and then a pole barn type system with 2x4s in between the 4x4s, and then plywood holding it all together, and then corrugated metal roof that I just screwed in. And we've had some high winds here, and it's held up just fine. No issues. Here's our Haas tools back there. Anyway, let's get to the chicken coop. So I've built a few chicken coops in my lifetime, and this system that I learned 1,000 years ago has really worked out well. Basically, it's a box. It's 8 foot across and 4 foot high. So all my plywood is used efficiently. And it's just a box. And then the roof is plywood as well. But I screw the corrugated metal on top of the plywood. And it's off the ground. It's one of the things I like about it. Here comes some of the girls now. Now we only have 6 chickens right now, but they're happy. So you can see it's off the ground, and I've got plywood up down below, so they have a place to go when it gets windy or it's raining. They can go underneath the actual coop. We built a ramp for it. So they're up off the ground, out of the weather, away from predators too. So we chose the Omlet Automatic Chicken door, and it's worked out really well for us. I got extremely good reviews. It was extremely easy to install, and it comes with multiple ways to install it. You can put it on plywood like this, you can put it on wire. There's different ways you can install it. It's got a safety mechanism right here. So as the door closes, if there's a chicken in the way, this bar moves and it automatically opens back up. And that's the control box for it. This is the light sensor. It'll open at dawn, and it'll close at dusk, or you can program it to open or close anytime you want. It takes 4 AA batteries. I've seen some reviews where the batteries have lasted a year or more for people. For me, it's been about 6 months, and I was down to 20% on the batteries, so I had to replace them. But shoot, 4 AA batteries, not having to run electrical all the way out here. It's a way to go. And there's a light that you can purchase with this door, and the light's on the inside of the coop, and it comes on 5 minutes before the door is going to shut. So it gives the birds time to get in and get settled, and then the door will shut and the light will go off. That's the one we chose, and we like it. Okay, let's take a look at this side. This is the side where we collect the eggs from. We have 3 nesting boxes for them. Well, looks like we got an early egg layer in there. I put this board up here because chickens like to go inside something where they feel safe to lay their eggs. So these plastic egg crates, I cut one side out, and then when the door's closed, it's like a complete little apartment for them. They can come in and feel secure to lay their eggs. And these come out, so I can take them out and clean the whole chicken coop out. Yes, I'm messing with your boxes. And then I put a motion sensor light on this side. Okay. So the back of the coop is completely sealed up. I have water here. I use this to clean out their waters and their food dishes. This pan here is for the guineas, since the guineas roam free in our yard. They can come over here and grab some water. And this side has a window. You want really good ventilation in your chicken coops. And then when we get heavy winds or heavy rains, just lock it right up. That's the back side of that chicken coop. And then this is the clean out side. So this opens completely up, and there's nothing in the way of the floor. So I bring my wheelbarrow in and set it right here, and then I can just rake all of this out into the wheelbarrow and then take that to the compost pile. And I've got 3 roosts for them in here and 1 over there in the corner at an angle. And for 6 chickens, this is plenty of room. I got a guinea that doesn't want to stop talking. It's got a lot to say. So there's a lot of room in here. And I put a solar light in there, and it comes on 3 hours after it gets dark. So the chickens have 3 extra hours of light in the wintertime, which is supposed to affect their hormones so that they lay eggs during the wintertime. Got a pretty severe lock over here. Raccoons have been known to use their thumbs to get into places. Okay. Now let's go inside. The chicken coop is completely enclosed in wire. Yes, ma'am. Coming in. So when the chickens go into the coop at night, they go up their ramp, they go in there, they roost, automatic door shuts. And then we come out at night and we close this door. So it's another barrier between predators and the chickens. Have a feeder, waterer, and we also have a second window in here for ventilation. And that one doesn't get closed until we get deep into winter when it gets really cold. But this breed of chicken we have, Buff Orpingtons, are pretty cold hardy. And then, as you know, we have guinea fowl that are the working birds. And the guinea fowl, they don't like to go into their coop. So I had to build them roosts. So they roost right over there on those. And then I had their automatic chicken door on the coop, but because they don't go in their coop, it did us no good. So I put it out here on the wire. Again, it's an Omlet. Love that brand. So they'll go in there at night and they'll go up on their roosts, and then this door will shut. So the only thing keeping them from the predators is the wire that's around this whole pen. This is the control box for the automatic door. Now their coop only has one side that opens up because there's only 4 of them. And guineas are notorious for laying their eggs anywhere they want. In fact, sometimes they'll be walking and just drop an egg and keep going. They're horrible parents. But we've been fortunate enough to get them to lay their eggs in here. We keep 2 eggs in here and we mark them with X's so that we know that they're the old eggs. And that just reminds the guineas, hey, this is where you lay your eggs. And so far they've done a really good job of laying their eggs there. And I have 1 short roost for them in here. That's it. And that's the omelet light. But since their door's on the outside of their pen, we don't use that light because they don't come in here at night. They come here during the day to lay an egg, and then they immediately run out. And I built a big window on the back of their coop. There they are. They walk around and eat the bugs and the snakes. A lot of our neighbors have had snake issues. We haven't seen a snake yet, and I believe it's due to these birds right here. They're the working birds. The chickens have access to this area here. Then they can walk behind the greenhouse out to here where we have this fenced off area for them. In the summertime when the sun is up high and it gets really hot, I built this little tiny shelter for them. Water. They love our underdeveloped fruits. Those are some old watermelons and cantaloupes. And they have this whole area to roam in. Look like they have bologna hanging off their face. Crazy birds. So that's our chicken coop system. Did the same thing with the chicken coops. I sunk the 4x4s into the ground and cemented them in and then built the boxes around those. Haven't had any issues so far. They've been up a year now. Looks like they're having a meeting this morning. What are you guys eating? Oh, eggshells and mustard greens. All right, take care.